The weather really heating up out there and water use on the rise. You might be wondering if water restrictions are on the way. But the Kennewick Irrigation District says, for now, mandatory water schedules are not in the plans.
Apple Valley News Now's William Albert shows us how the district is monitoring part of the Tri-Cities water supply and how you can help prevent waste.
The Kennewick Irrigation District, which serves Kennewick, Findlay, and parts of South Richland, says their water supply has gotten smaller over the last couple of months. However, thanks to the strong public participation in their voluntary water schedule and a healthy snowpack still in the Cascades, there's no need yet for stricter measures. The district says public participation in the voluntary schedule is key because a mandatory one could only mean watering on specific days or at specific times.
And mandatory schedules can be rigorous. We expect people to follow a certain schedule at certain times, whereas the voluntary schedule is a little bit more flexibility there, and we anticipate with the remainder of the year, with the year remaining, we don't have to switch to a mandatory schedule.
But water rights also play a big role in how much the district gets and when.
This summer, the Kennewick Irrigation District will be receiving 43% of their full entitlements. That is because the district only has junior water rights.
The average water supply that we get, that's from the Bureau of Reclamation. That's not something that KID decides. The Bureau, who manages the Yakima Water Basin System, is the one that says, hey, junior water rights get this, this percentage for the year.
Berglund says the district also counts on help from nature, specifically the lingering snowpack in the Cascades, to stretch its water supply deeper into the summer.
Well, that's what KID relies on, is the fifth reservoir, is the snowpack. So if that lingers throughout the summer, that gives us additional water supply versus if there's no snowpack and we're just relying on the reservoir levels alone. Those reservoir levels get used for a variety of things, including fish. So those things just drain quickly, and that lessens how much water supply we have for the end of the summer.
And when it comes to preventing water waste, Berglund says it often comes down to the simple stuff.
Biggest water usage that's wasted is maybe there's a sprinkler that's broken and it's running down the street. A lot of businesses may not check on their sprinkler system every single day because you put it on a timer and you kind of forget about it. But if a sprinkler's broke and it's flooding down the road, that's a lot of waste there.
His message: make sure everyone gets a fair share of this limited resource.
So at least for our district, it's important that we all share the same resource. So we live in a very dry, arid climate, and it's important that we have enough water for everybody to use throughout the course of a season.
Making sure there's enough water for everyone, no matter how hot it gets. In Kennewick, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
All right, William, thank you for that. Officials say sticking with the voluntary schedule will help ensure there's enough water to go around through the hot summer months. Learn more at applevalleynewsnow.com. Wendy.